Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. My name is David and this is Surplus Funds 101. Just want to start off by saying thank you to all the people out there that like the videos, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. Doing little things like that help the algorithm push these videos out to all the people out there that need to see them, that want to help grow their business. And as a little thank you for that, I have a free calling script that I want to give you. I know a lot of you guys are brand new. You know you're going to have to start talking to clients. You don't know what to say. So I have a calling script that will help you tremendously with doing that. There's a link in the description. All you got to do is click that and it'll automatically email that over to you. But today, I wanted to speak to you guys about what to do if you are brand new to the business. Now, I know if you guys are new to the Unclaimed Funds business, there are a million things going through your head about where you need to start, what you need to do, how things need to be set up, and for the most part, a lot of that stuff isn't going to really help you get the momentum that you're looking for right out of the gate. And the most important thing you can do when you're brand new is just find a couple states to work in and get registered. So that's going to be the point of this video today. I'm going to go over a lot of in-depth things. So if you need to go grab a piece of paper so you can take some notes, pause the video, go back, go ahead and do that. But I'm just going to get started with the basics. So right here I am at the National Association of Unclaimed Property, this website. This is a wealth of knowledge, you guys. This is going to show you all the different states you can work in. In addition to that too, it's going to give you just a lot of knowledge if you're brand new, so you can get educated so you sound like a professional. Now, I wasn't intending on making this video about closing deals or anything like that, but one of the underlying things in the psychology of closing a transaction that a claimant is going to be thinking is they want to make sure the person that they are dealing with has some conviction. You know, there is a certain level of assurity of outcome. Now, if you're brand new and you don't know anything about this industry, getting educated is going to help you communicate with conviction. So when you're speaking to claimants, they're going to feel like you're the best person to work with. So you can just go down to the very, very bottom here, learn, start clicking on all these tabs. That's going to help you out right there, right? Now, if we were to scroll up, here is a map of the United States. Here are all the states you can work in. And I know the very first question that a lot of you guys are thinking about, David, what is the best state to work in? Now, I say this over and over and over again. There's only a few states I would suggest staying away from because they're not too investigator friendly. All right, there's probably a handful of them, less than a half of a dozen. Now, with that being said, there's still a lot of remaining states out there. And what a lot of people want to know is where are all the low-hanging fruits? Like, where is the best state I can go to where I can get the most transactions, to where it's going to be the least competitive? And I see the videos on YouTube all the time of people talking about this exact same thing. And when you look at this from a very professional standpoint, let's just do this real quick. Grant Cardone follow-up. All right, images. No, maybe that's follow-up stats. Right here. Okay, when people are brand new, they want to try to find the state that is going to give them all the laydown deals. And when you look at the laydown deals or the unicorn deals, that makes up for sub 5% of them. So what you have to do is look at this like a professional business person, and you just got to think about your competition. Okay, 48% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. So if you just follow up with somebody more than once, you beat out 48% of the people that are out there. Okay, now I'm just going to tell you guys straight up, because I don't like to bullshit anybody. A lot of these transactions, you're not going to get them on the very first phone call. You're going to get them on follow-up point, probably 4 to 8. So if you can enter into any state with this mindset, you are going to have a significant leg up against your competition. Okay, like I said, I see the videos on YouTube of people saying, oh yeah, this is the best state to work in and all the deals are laydowns, and I just laugh at that because I know that it's all clickbait and they're just trying to sell you some BS behind the scenes, right? So just keep this in mind when you're trying to pick a state out. Another thing too, When you're trying to pick a state to work in, most of the time, the state's rules and regulations are going to be pretty similar, but they might have slight adjustments for how they want their claim packages submitted, to where I would say if you're brand new, just pick 1 or 2 states, okay? Then once you start stabilizing your business and you see some consistent sales coming in, then you can expand with virtual assistants and things like that. But let's just take Wisconsin for an example. Now over here on Canva. Canva is a great tool. If you guys are brand new too, it's free. If you're looking to create an email signature or a logo, you can use that. But I just wrote down here a few things. These are things to know prior to registering to work in a state. Do they offer an investigator handbook? So let's go right over here. This is the very front page. This is the very first page of the state of Wisconsin's website. And the very first mistake people make is they think that everything is just going to be listed in bold letters right above here. Things to do for an investigator. So you have to be a little creative. You have to click on some stuff. But right down here at the bottom, here, finders and locators, common questions. So what you're going to want to do, like I was saying, as far as an investigator handbook goes, they might not call it an investigator handbook, but what's important is that you can figure out the state's rules as far as structuring and submitting a claim package correctly, right? So right here fire, it says to you, there must be in a written agreement that includes these things. Now, all states are going to have their own list of things that they're going to want as far as supporting documents that come along with this. Just do whatever the website says. Now, another thing too, is there a cost to register? Most states, they aren't going to charge you to register. They're going to charge you for the data. And most of the time you're going to be looking at $5 to $50. There are some more expensive states like Colorado. I think it's $300. And most expensive one I believe is Wyoming. They're $1,000, right? But yeah, so it's not going to be too expensive. And that's another good thing about being in this business is the startup costs are minimal in comparison to a lot of the other things you can do. Okay, if they offer bulk data, let's just go back here. Okay, where can I obtain an electronic copy of the unclaimed property list? You just click here, you can download it, it's free. Okay, do they want a claim package, or how do they want a claim package submitted? All that information's on here. And then how long does a transaction take to get paid? Now that's something that a lot of these state departments, they're not going to disclose to you. You're going to have to call in to figure all that out. And that's okay. One of the biggest weapons that you can have at your disposal is this Contact Us tab. Okay. For Wisconsin, here's their telephone number. Don't ever be afraid to call in and speak with them. Even if you're brand new, they do not know that you are brand new. Okay, so don't let that be a roadblock in your head where you're going to think, oh, they're going to call in, they're going to ask me how many deals I've done or how long I've been in business. That's not going to happen. So if you're ever at a point where you're coming across a claim and you are unsure about the supporting documents you need or how you need to speak to a claimant or all the other rules and regulations and things that are going to be required for you to get the deal done, just come over here and speak to them. But this right here, what I was just showing you guys, this is step 1 of getting into the business. Okay, I would highly suggest, you just focus on this. Don't focus on getting business cards or a website or anything. Focus on getting registered, because if you don't get registered, you'll never have anybody to call. If you don't have anybody to call, you'll never have a warm prospect to transfer into your CRM. Then you won't have anybody to follow up with. Then you won't have anybody to have a notary appointment done with. Then you won't have a signed contract. Then you won't have a valid claim package. Then that claim package can't get submitted. You can't get paid. So it all starts right here. And this is a great website to do so. But this is all I have for you today, you guys. Like I said, if you guys are brand new, click on the link in the description below the video and you can get my free calling script. And wish you the best of luck. Take care.